In the energy quadrant, the rally continues for the March WTI crude oil futures. 7 straight sessions up now for crude oil prices. Crude looks like it's going to close at its highest level since about January 26th, and it's reached its highest overall level since January 29th on the highs today. 78.47 was up 2.02%. Looks like we're going to finish with a close above $78, up over 1.5%. The low side, 76.87, was not even down 0.1%, 7 basis points to be exact. So pretty much a straight up day. And although we are only 2 days into the week, crude oil is already up 1.61% on the week, and if we close higher, it would be the 4th positive week in the last 5 for WTI. Today we had an OPEC report. World oil demand is expected to increase by 1.8 million barrels per day. At least that's what OPEC said in its latest monthly oil market report. Their outlook for 2024 was left unchanged at plus 2.2 million barrels, and they expect the largest rate of demand of increase to come from the Middle East and India. So they're not even talking about China here. And they're both expected to see demand increase by more than 4%. While crude oil started to come off a little bit after data this morning, the circulation of this report kind of continued to push crude oil higher. Now, while I'm talking about the data this morning, the dollar jumped, which normally would be a headwind for crude, but was not today because the move was on a very hot CPI figure. And when you look at core CPI, crude, of course, is part of that move on the headline, but not part of the move on the core. The year-over-year core CPI, which is, of course, ex food and energy, came in even with last month at up 3.9%, but 0.2% higher than expectations. Maybe even more importantly, the month-over-month headline and core both came in stronger than expected. So crude oil didn't come off because generally this looks like a strong economy situation for CPI, and that put a little bit more wind in the sails despite the stronger dollar for the WTI crude oil contract.